Hello, boys. This is White Pill Media, and this week we're going to be talking about The Great Rebellion. The Great Rebellion is a video game. It's a side-scrolling run and gun. It has some roguelite stuff. It's made by good people on this side of things, and I want to do a quick overview of it. I'm going to have full spoilers for the game in this video, and I'm going to have gameplay footage in the background, so if you don't want to be spoiled on that, come back to this video and go ahead and play the game. Down below, I have links for you to purchase it from their website, Cult Games, and I also have a link for you to purchase it from Steam. So do that if you want. Otherwise, we're just gonna get right into it. So this is I guess I would call it a anti-woke game. It's made by this side of things, and it's very much in your face. It's not just devoid of woke stuff. It's an attack on woke stuff. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I don't usually play these types of games, but I wanted to support it. So I'm gonna do my best. And so hopefully, this video is probably gonna be kind of disjointed and all that, but we're gonna do our best. We'll give it our mid-wit best. Gonna talk about the stuff I liked, go over the game. I'll point out some issues here and there. There weren't too many really bad ones. There were just a couple glitches and such. And then stuff that maybe could be added or whatever. So for myself, I haven't really played these types of games before, except I remember when I was young, there was this website called Miniclip, and I tried just going back to Miniclip. It's fucking weird now, they don't have games like they used to, but it was this website that had a bunch of Flash games on it, right? And there was this one game called Commando, where you'd be a guy, you run around and you shoot a bunch of Nazis and shit. So maybe I wouldn't play that game anymore. That's the only experience I have of kind of side scroller stuff. So not a ton. So I ended up starting the game out on beginner mode, but I was in the bracket to where if you die on level 3, you have to restart from the beginning. Just because if you do it that way instead of the training mode, you get to see the true ending when you beat the game. So that's what I did at first. In this game, it has a ton of guns. You can upgrade your characters. It has coins to buy stuff from the shop. You have key cards. You have a negative social credit score whenever you clear a room or kill a boss or whatever that you use to upgrade yourself. And there are a bunch of companions, and these companions are European. They're from folklore, mythology, history, and almost everyone gets represented here. If you are not represented in this game through a companion, you are not white. So the Irish, finally, we have a confirmation from Cult Games. The Irish are not fucking white. Because from what I saw, there are no Irish companions, and there aren't any Irish items or anything. I think the Dagos got a wreath of Julius or Augustus Caesar. The Scottish got fuck all. And the Welsh, who gives a shit about them? But
what the fuck is
yeah,
this?
if you were not represented in this game, take it from me, you are not white. That's it. Think about it. When we win this thing, do you really want someone like White Pill Media being allowed in? No. And this game is just telling you, here's who's in, here's who not. There's a ton of Norse guys, German, Greek. There's Joan of Arc, King Arthur. So King Arthur's there, but nothing for the Irish. And really not much for the, Italians. Ouch. I don't think the Spanish got anything, or the Portuguese. Ooh. But, yeah. So if you're not in, you're not in. No Irish allowed. If I was alive during the Irish potato famine, I'd go up to a group of hungry Irish children and dangle a potato in front of them. Come on, jump, jump, jump. Oh, so close, you almost reached it. Come on, try again. That's what I would do. And that's what this game is doing. So you start out in the game in the far future. And I really like the graphics and all that. It's kind of, I guess, an 80s art style. The 80s are a little bit before my time. But it's kind of that way of the neon and the purple and pink, and it looks cool. Everyone has sunglasses. Yeah, everyone has sunglasses in this, and it's just very cool. And we're in this dystopic hellhole. You have your dream scan to check for racist thoughts. I don't think I would pass that scan. And you get bug protein, and it's just this horrible authoritarian dystopic shithole. And you end up getting saved by Europa, and Europa is the spirit of Europe. She's this kind of goddess, right? And she takes you to this realm called the Walled Gang, And I looked this up. It refers to a journey to the forest. And this is like a sort of inner redoubt for a man's vital spirit in times of tyranny or oppression. And that was cool. Apparently this is from Ernst Junger, coined, and he was a German nationalist, but he wasn't so buddy-buddy with the Nazis, right? But so you're in Waldgang, and this is like a safe place away from the tyranny of the future where Europeans have kind of gathered to fight and to rebel, the Great Rebellion, against the system and everything there. And in this place, there's upgrades. You know, if you rescue NPCs, they appear here. You can check out the news, which is funny, and you can upgrade your character through this Guy Fawkes, and this is, Gus Fawkes, and this is a parody of Guy Fawkes, the guy who almost, he like the gunpowder plot, and they were going to blow up the Queen, which, based. You got a little UFO here as well, which was interesting, right? Yeah, so the mode I was playing on, if you would die in like mission 4 or whatever, you would go back to mission 1. You would keep your negative social credit rank, but you would lose your guns, your chest keys, your coins, and yeah, and like all your upgrades. You would keep all your upgrades. So now I'm just going to go boss by boss, mission by mission, and just talk about what I like. I'll have some footage in the background, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. So the game itself is like light on story, which I don't think this type of game, not that I play a bunch in this genre, but it shouldn't have like a super like massive story with like dozens of hours of cutscenes and all that. It's just like, here's a laser gun, go kill stuff. And I'm like, cool. So your first mission, you're fighting against the Eye, and you're in this cityscape, and in the background you have some cool advertisements. I think there's Stone Toss, I think there's Pizzagate, there's some transhumanism stuff, there's insect burgers, consume. Lots of little Easter eggs in this game, especially for like the gun names and stuff. I'm not going to cover each one, just because I think there'd be too many to do. And yeah. So you're just fighting a bunch of like little enemies. They're not really tough, but I'm on beginner difficulty, right? I'm like, you don't play too many of these games, so you're on beginner difficulty. But I do love, this might be my favorite enemy in the entire game, the little Antifa bot. He has this little mask, he has his big eyes, and he was programmed to hate white people, but he doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it, he's just a pal. I like them. Just very cool design there. And during these levels, you like can teleport around. I like the portals just because it does save a lot of time just from having to walk everywhere. Like if I'm backtracking and go get loots like ammo or armor that I left behind in a room for later, I don't have to walk all the way there. The portals definitely help. That makes that a lot better. And if you like go below in the level, there's like extra bonus rooms. And I always went down there to find loot. If you can find like NPCs, and then if they're brought back to the world, you get like a negative social credit rank bonus. Also, like they can do upgrades and stuff for you back in the world, or the Waldgang. And you can also find like the little companions and such, and those are a lot of help. I love those guys, and thankfully none of the companions are Irish, so that's good. So our first boss is the Eye. I love this guy, just like his little intro talk. We have our truth and we have the guns. One of my favorites. That is a really cool line. And yeah, I like the music that you get for beating bosses.
The spider is now judge, jury, and executioner. We have our truth and we have the guns.
Holy shit. Holy fuck, okay. What the fuck happened in the background? Whoa, whoa. I get to carry weapons with me? Okay. Is that item just with me? I don't know how to like activate it or what. Like E? Tab? No, I guess I'm just dragging it. Who's this? And yeah, I was having a good time. You know, I was feeling like pretty confident with myself. Like, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty cool. Right? I did waste a lot of time on the first mission because I found like a key card room, right? Where you need a key card to open a chest. And a key card had not dropped. And I thought, well, there must be a drop somewhere. I was wrong. So I wasted probably 15, 20 minutes just hopping around the level a bunch. And I did not find a key card. If you don't have a key card and one didn't drop, just move on. I'm just throwing that out there. Save you some time, man. So our second mission, the walled gang is under attack, and you're fighting all these minions who work for the spider, right? So the spider is like the big boss that we're building up to. So in the second mission, when you teleport in, you got all that fire in the background. The walled gang is under siege. And one thing, I did feel that this could have been a later mission just because we haven't been here that long. So the enemy attacking the walled gang doesn't have as much of an emotional punch. Like if we had spent like more time here, like several missions, and talked to like more NPCs here, I think that would have had like more of an impact. Like I don't know where I would place this because there's 6 missions overall. And I guess maybe place this around like 4 or 5 or something. I don't know. That was just one little thing, but it was still like a fun level. Oh, look, my coins. I still have my coins. I still have my negative social credit score. That does carry. I should have saved my coins. That was dumb. Okay, but now I know. That's kind of neat. $5? Fuck off. I kind of wonder if the boot is supposed to be hanging around and the Viking helmet, like if that's kind of a glitch or not. I don't know. We'll see. I was initially confused about this one NPC, the North guy, who's like the British dude. See, the Anglos get representation. The Anglos get representation here and there. Whatever. And I was initially confused about this guy because he says, I can give you some armor for like 20 negative social rank. So I avoided him for a long time because I thought he would just give you like 1 or 2 pieces. No. He gives you full armor. It is so fucking worth it to do it. Do it, dude. Like, holy shit. I spent so much time refusing to buy armor from him because I'm like, I don't want like 2 pieces for 20. That sucks. I'm a moron. Definitely talk to this North guy. And I ran into this thing where like one of your pickups, like you can pick up a bunch of items as well and these help you. Right, and I was initially confused about the armor pieces and the shield that floats around you. I thought this was bugged at first because I'm like, why is it just like dangling below me? Did my character like fail to pick it up? No, it's supposed to look this way. And we meet some of like the NPC cast who's here to help us. There's Ernst Laserstorm and there's Millie Nova. She is French. He is a guy, I think from 2025 that was transported here from the past. So that's cool. Our guy has like cheesy action movie lines and they're good. I do love the level generation. It's like, it's retro. It's cool. I like that. And in mission 2, we're fighting the Transistor. And I'm a fucking genius. I went into this boss fight with my starter pistol and one other gun. And second gun, I ran out of ammo almost immediately. I'm so fucking retarded. And I almost got killed here. I love the spinning tranny Wojaks. Those are amazing. But I almost died at the very end from like the last missile launch from the boss. But we made it.
I have come to groom you for the spider. Well, it's not going to lick itself. You have 5 seconds to comply.
Oh boy, we should have bought another gun. I think we're gonna lose. Oh my fucking god! That last rocket almost killed me. I like the self-destructing spinning guys. That was great. But holy shit, I wasn't ready for that. Oh my fucking god, I needed to buy another gun there. That wasn't funny. Oh, god damn. Why didn't I buy another gun? I had a bunch of money. Another thing I figured out is that ammo does not refill upon your return to the Walled Gang, which makes sense, but I am an idiot. And at this point, when I was recording, I failed to record the first time that I died to the third boss. I ended up recording our ammo does not refill on returning to the world. Interesting. The audio, right, but I did not record like my screen while I was doing it, so I have no gameplay of that. But I kept playing even though I died there, and I ended up dying to the third boss, the Yas Queen, like twice. Yeah, I think twice. And another cool thing about the game is that there's some like roguelike elements with like the level generation as well, where it's like it's set up a bit differently. I'll show that off a little bit with my gameplay, but like it's just set up differently. Like, the rooms spawn differently, like there's different enemies and all that, and it keeps it like a little fresh, it keeps it a little new, so I don't mind so much starting from the bottom since the level's a bit different. And it also doesn't take you a super long time to get back to where you were, right? It's not like terribly long, so I didn't really care about that. And also, I kept the upgrades in my negative social rank, and that helped a lot because I was just starting from like 0 every time. I probably would have gotten more frustrated. A lot of cool NPCs that you can find. There's Herodotus, and he tells you about European history, and there's a lot of cool upgrades. I wished I used these guys a lot more, like the guy that lets you keep the guy that makes it so you don't run out of ammo for your guns, or the one that heals all your companions and makes them a lot stronger. I never really used like physical damage. I don't think there's a ton of like physical options, but I never really bothered. I think I used a laser sword for a bit in one run, but I didn't really care for it. Oh, what is this blue thing? What is this blue otter? Like, I understand some of the references here, right, in the game, but there's plenty that I don't get. Do you know what this blue otter thing is that like has a song stuck in its head? I have no fucking clue, but I guess they're all something. And Seraphim, he is great for the credit boost. Like, you get 10 negative social credit rank every time you talk to him, so of course I did that every time. The third mission. So I died here twice before. It's this huge shopping mall with the NPC Wojaks just running around. They're frantic. They're awesome. They're really cool. And you got to fight Yas Queen, and she twerks, she shoots Asperger's, she looks like something from Jersey Shore, or like a Kardashian.
Sayi, I have been promised eternal life by the spider. You won't stop us.
Oh!
Finally, got her. Got the bitch. Progress. And the background here has ads for like Black King Arthur, Braveheart 2 of Diversity. A lot of fun. One thing is that there's one NPC that mentions that there's this lake in the Walled Gang and it has like a stone statue in it. And I wish that was something that we could like visit. Anyways, we're on to the fourth mission. I died here a lot. This is Beyond Human Inc. It has zombies and brains, and it's just about like breaking human beings down and quote unquote upgrading them. And it also has the hardest enemy in the game here. And for me, this is the big green diseased guys, and they are the hardest by far. They are so fucking difficult. I died a bunch to them, and I'll show some of that off. And the boss here is the Jabbing Mantis, who is like a vaccine guy. And also, I think like Mark Zuckerberg, I guess that's the best way I could describe him, like a tech bro, Mark Zuckerberg kind of a deal.
You and all the other useless eaters in the world will perish.
The fifth mission, you are sent into the cyberverse and you are fighting against the fact checker AI. It took me a minute to figure it out that you're not supposed to just immediately try killing this thing. You have to answer these questions. You have to, put truth in, and it really pisses it off. And I thought this was the hardest boss overall just because it takes, because there's so many, like, okay, you answer the question, now we have another round. Okay, you answer the question, now we have another round. And like the green, like, those things suck. Those things are hard to dodge for me. But eventually, I beat the fact checker AI. Awesome. And upon return to the walled gang, Ernst is taking over the TV and he's giving this speech, and it's a good speech. In the Beyond Human Inc. mission, we end up bringing like RoboHood back with us, so he is the last guy to fill out like our NPC roster. And so our sixth mission, we are going to Davos, and we're in this like techno castle thing, and it's really cool. And I thought the enemies were pretty neat here, and like the game can kind of be like a bullet hell, which is like, whoa, there's so much shit fucking going on, what the hell, but it's a lot of fun. And you were going up against the spider. I really like kind of like the spider's midsection, where it's like a laser cylinder thing that connects his torso to like his bottom half. That's cool. And yeah, you have the first fight where he's captured all of your companions, and then you end up going into space, and you're in a little spaceship. Your little companions come with you, no Irish, and you do battle in space. And that was really cool. And the spider, he wants to like transfer the consciousness into the cyberverse, and he wants to be like the first in the digital species, and it's just going to kill like all the Europeans. So you got to fight him. You got to kill him. And then once you beat the spider, you like jump on his corpse. I think I jumped on him one time. Another time I just shot him with my pistol. The mountain, like Davos, blows up in the background and you drive off and it's really cool. And then you have this cool shot where everyone has sunglasses and it's very neat. And then I got a little thing at the top of the screen like, hey, now you're in nightmare difficulty. Beat the spider again for New Game Plus. So I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And I also wanted to just get all the upgrades just to get like a full experience for the game. In nightmare difficulty, it is now harder to get coins, points, key cards. The amount of enemies that spawns increases. Like you have to shoot them more for them to die, I think, or you just get like less drops. But it's just tougher, right? It's just tougher, and they're just harder to kill. So I ended up playing through the game like 3 times. I beat the spider 3 times, and I ended up getting all the perks. So I felt that most of the perks were pretty good. I'm not sure what else I would like or something I would like replaced. I guess I felt the upgraded blaster felt the worst because it's probably like the last thing I upgraded. I just felt like most of the guns I picked up were better than the blaster. And there's no really way to like compare guns, like except by using them. But like if you go to the shop and you like hold it over the sell thing, it'll say like this sells for $50, this sells for like $400. And you're like, okay, the $400 gun is better. But besides for that, you don't have like a way to like tell. There's not like a gallery of guns or anything with like stats. And maybe like the map like finder where you can see stuff on the map, automatically. I felt that was a little, I think just because for me, I typically explore everything on a level because I like getting companions and like just, upgrades, health, armor, that type of thing. So it was always worth it to me to explore and to increase my negative social rank because I'm trying to upgrade everything. You know what I mean? There was this cool part where I got up to max 8 companions. I don't know if you can get more than that, but I had 8 of them following me around, and it was very fucking cool. I just wanted to show that. That was awesome. And I think this is somewhere in my footage, but I could not find it, because I have just a few hours to dig through, and so sorry. But I did have one thing where there was a companion I hadn't picked up yet, but he's like floating in the little bubble. And he got knocked out of the map, and I couldn't reach him, and I think this also happened to, like, some ammo. This wasn't, like, a huge deal, but it did happen, and I think, like, one of the shield aura companions, like, maybe, like, bounced it out of the map or something. That was whatever. But, yeah, I was just having fun, like, grinding. I would say that it takes a while to grind in nightmare mode to get all the upgrades, but I was having a good time. I can listen to stuff and play, and, yeah, it was entertaining enough to just like a casual gameplay, you know what I mean? So that's the game. I did beat the spider on nightmare difficulty. It was hard, but like once you have all the upgrades, and then once you're like using the NPCs in the walled gang, so it's like I would have like insane guns and then say like, hey, I want to make it so that I don't run out of ammo on the next mission and all my companions are like insane. And I have full armor because I would actually use North, right? So I would do that and it would be fucking great. Like, you could just breeze through it and just, like, spam your companions, spam your guns. It was fucking great. You're not worried about ammo. A lot of fun. Oh, I just realized we can't buy anything else. I'm a moron. Yeah. Oh, my Joan of Arc's gonna die. This is 1,200 ammo. That looks fucking insane. What is this? Quantum blaster. Is that good? What happened to my guns? Boys, why did I lose all my cool guns? What just fucking happened? Is that a glitch? What was that? Wait, I have pain beam. Wait. Did you see what? Look at the ammo. Look at the ammo. I have that. I have that. I have the shotgun. And I have this. But they're not in the slots. What's going on with that? Oh, okay. God. Alright, see, they're popping up there on the screen. Like, alright, they're swapping. But that's annoying as hell. Damn it. Okay, I thought, like... I hope they don't, like, glitch out. Now I'm going to talk about some glitches that I had. I had one glitch with this gun called the Roswell, where if you picked up the Roswell, it would, like, it wouldn't erase the guns in your inventory, but they would no longer appear, like, in the gun slots, like, off to the left. You would still have them, and you could cycle to them, but they would just disappear from that, so that was a little weird. Exiting the game and returning to the game would not fix this issue. And whenever I tried to pick up new guns, it would spaz out and make copies of, like, guns and not work. There was an easy fix for this that I figured out later on. You just go to the shop and you sell the Roswell, and then all your guns go back to normal. That's it. And then I just never picked up a Roswell again because it would just mess with me. Now I'm going to preach a bit. I'm going to just go off on a rant for a few minutes, and I'll just begin. So we got a bunch of guys out here that are playing Baldur's Gate 3, and there's a lot of hard talk about they believe in this, they believe in that. You know what I mean? Like, they believe on the stuff on this side of things, but they're out there playing Baldur's Gate 3 and other subversive piece of shit games like that.
What's up?
He was taking it from the Mexicans and dealing it out to his own people. He didn't believe in shit. None of them did. What the fuck is that? What's that all about?
It's just politics, man. Favors you.
He's doing favors for that fucking spick?
Mitch's has got a little something extra on the side with them boys, you know.
You're kidding, right?
No.
That's bullshit, man. Somebody should say something to him. What the fuck is he thinking?
Mitch is the only reason why you're not a corpse right now. Remember that.
You know what? I don't fucking give a shit. I can take care of myself. He shouldn't be doing that. I'm getting sick of it, man. There's a lot of fucking hard talk around here and not a lot of follow-through.
I think you better chill out on the preaching bullshit, okay? We're getting a little tired of that shit around here. Ease up on it.
And they haven't touched the Great Rebellion. They haven't touched this. They haven't played this. It's bullshit. You got, what, like $70 for Training Gate 3, and you have dozens and dozens of hours to play that, and you don't have time for this. And it doesn't matter if you bought Training Gate 3 and you hated it and you wrote a negative review because that leftist stuff that you knew was in the fucking game. You voted for your wallet. You gave that company $70 or whatever amount so that then they can make more shit and put more propaganda and subversive shit in the game. It doesn't matter if you didn't like it. You voted with your fucking wallet. So that's gay. And I think most of the people watching this know that. So it's not necessarily directed at you. It's just like, hey, I'm on this side of things, but oh yeah, I do have a Disney Plus subscription. Oh yeah, I do play all the latest video games that are, hey, we fucking hate you and we want to kill you. You know what I mean? We don't need like 10,000 guys to go out and play Baldur's Gate 3 and report back the same information that everyone already knows, right? And say that it's full of leftist shit. We know this. We know this, and you hand them your money, and that's what counts. That's what fucking counts. And it's just this like anti-SJW, like faggy, conservative, outrage grift that does nothing. It's impotent, and it's just ultimately worthless because the people making the games don't fucking care that you didn't like it. You bought it. You're spending time on it. That's what matters. Did you guys know that Star Wars is woke? Did you know that? I don't know if you guys knew that, but Star Wars is woke. So now I'm going to make 3 dozen videos on fucking Star Wars. Holy shit. The people that are buying like shit like that and not this, it's just you're a consumer's pig and you have to buy the new video game. No, you don't. You don't have to buy the leftist propaganda, and that's what this shit is. It doesn't matter if there's a good game in there, and you shouldn't either. That's not the question. Is it a good game minus that stuff? No, it's a bad game because of that stuff. That's what fucking matters. Is it subversive? Then it's bad. Is it an attack on us? Then it's bad. That's all that matters. That's all that fucking matters. I fucking hate, well, like if you look at it this way or if you just take those elements out of it, then it's totally fine. Fuck that. Fuck critical thinking and fuck the people that say, actually, it's accidentally based. No, it's not. Fuck you. That's just death of the author shit, and that's you just being like a smirky little asshole that says, like, actually the Barbie movie was pro us because like Ken was cool or whatever. And it's like the people watching that don't feel that way. The people that created that don't feel that way. That's you like interpreting shit that you want to see that ain't there. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to buy these new games. You know what I mean? Like I have to pay taxes to my government so that they can use these taxes to kill me and lower my quality of life. I get that because if I don't, I will go to jail or I will be killed. You don't have to buy this crap. Like, if you're really desperate, like really, really desperate, I have to see what this game looks like. You could watch a playthrough on YouTube or wherever with, like, your ad block on if you were super desperate to see it. Even though, like, I don't get that you would be that desperate to see that shit, but whatever. They made this woke or that woke or this new Marvel property got ruined or blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. We don't have the power to change that stuff. We have no power. We have no power in this shit. We can't do anything about that. And I know it sucks if they take like a property that you loved as a kid or whatever. That sucks, right? And they just break it down and just humiliate it and transform it. That, yeah, I get it. You feel bad. Like I feel bad when it happens to stuff I care about. But we can't change that. But we can do this. You know what I mean? Like, we can do this. We can support, like, the Great Rebellion. We can support other things. We can do stuff like that. Stuff that's within our control. And another thing, it's not just, like, the monetary value, but that is a big part of it. The amount of time that this shit, like, takes from you is insane. Like, even if you hate it, all of your energy is focused on it. It's focused on hating this thing, like, that you paid money for. And instead of, like, focusing on something good, they love this. They fucking love the anti-SJW, like anti-woke outrage grifters on YouTube that do like the red and white text and then like a Wojak crying like Kathleen Kennedy's getting fired this week videos on YouTube. They fucking love this shit. Disney loves that shit because you're talking about them. They love that you hate it. Because hating it means that it dominates you. It dominates you. They still control the culture even if you hate them. Like if you spend all your time crying about it, they win. They win because you're focused on them. You're not focused on anything that we can create. You know what I mean? And it's also just easy. It's easy to sit there and like bitch and cry that this thing is woke, you know, and then you still watch like the Disney slop, right? You still watch the slop and consume it. Where are these people? Like I don't think there's like an insane amount of views for the Great Rebellion on Steam. I don't think there is. Like, I think there's somewhere north of 100, probably less than 200. What a fucking joke. Like, that's awful. You know what I mean? That's fucking awful that, I don't know, this is the turnout. Like, I hope it's more people playing it. Like, maybe there's, they got a decent amount of sales, like, through the website or on Steam, and maybe everyone just didn't leave a review or whatever, but like that's pretty bad compared to like, hey, this video mocking like SJW Star Wars got like thousands and thousands of views. You know what I mean? Like that's bad. Part of me can see like the value in someone like a Krogan or whoever, like breaking down these like leftist games and pointing out all of the subversive evil shit in them. And I can view that as helpful, right? Because if you're just like, hey, here's your kind of white, vaguely conservative-ish, maybe he doesn't like the woke stuff, gamer, and he doesn't like the gay stuff, but he's still like playing this shit. And you're like, here's a guy who can like do it really well, and he can just break down everything, you know what I mean? And they can go like, that's something to think about. Like, I think there's value in that, but we don't just need like everyone on this side of things just like playing Baldur's Gate 3 just to consume it, without the idea of I'm going to break this down and try to like show people what's wrong with it, to like reach someone outside of the circle that we're already in, you know what I mean? And I'm also going to bring up, and I've mentioned this before on the channel, like once at the end of a video, that there was a Harvest Moon remake, right? And this Harvest Moon game, I played this as a kid on the GameCube. It was Harvest Moon, like A Wonderful Life and Another Wonderful Life. They were two sets of games. You would farm, like milk cows, talk to people in town. You live in a small, high-trust society, that type of thing, right? I like farming sims. I'll throw that out there. I like farming sims. I hope someone on this side of things makes a cool farming sim someday. But it was this nice, wholesome game, and I loved it as a kid, And recently, they did like a remake, I think in 2023. Now, if you play it, I'll put it up on the screen, but you get to select your pronouns. You get to select your pronouns in the game, and you can also date and marry anyone in the town. Like everyone in the town can be like a homosexual, right? It's fucking gross. It's fucking gross, and it's disgusting, and it's targeted at children, and I fucking hate it. And it's like it's insane to me that like from me being a kid, it's like right now, like a hell of a fucking turn, you know what I mean? Like that's insanely fast. That's here we are right now. I'm just imagining like the young kid, and it's like, Mom, Dad, what pronoun should I select? Or whatever. You know what I mean? It's fucking insane. Are the conservatives going to do anything about it? No, they're fucking useless. While I do hate that, I didn't just like put on my nostalgia glasses and then buy the remake of this game because, well, it might be fun. I don't like that woke stuff, but I'm just going to buy it. It's like, fuck that. They took something from your childhood. They corrupted it. They made it ugly. It's attacking children. You don't fucking buy it, you don't fucking support it, and you warn people about it. So I'm happy that there's like indie people on this side of things making their own stuff, not just like the conservative, like worthless people that are just like bugmen consumers, and they are bugmen. So that's the rant. I threw out some harsh language there, and I just wanted to say that I didn't mean it, and please don't corner me in my shower and rape me. So I'll throw that out there, and I just want to clarify that the people watching this probably aren't buying Baldur's Gate 3, but I have heard of people that are on this side of things, quote unquote, but they just had to buy Baldur's Gate 3, so that pissed me off, because I haven't heard those people that had to get Baldur's Gate 3 talk about Great Rebellion, which, wow, that's weird. $70 for that, you don't have $20 for this. That's amazing. So now I'm going to talk about some stuff that I wish was in the game, like just some features and whatever. I wish that there was a gallery for the guns and companions, and like as you collect them, it would just like fill in. Like this could be on the main menu. This could be part of like the walled gang somewhere. I wish that the lake was somewhere that you could go, like just an extra addition to the walled gang. Like, you could have more NPCs, more companions there. Another thing is, I thought that the game would be a bit longer. Like, I thought it was going to be like 8 bosses and then the spider, because spiders have 8 legs. But I don't think the length of this game is bad. It's short, it's fun. The New Game Plus adds more runtime for it. The roguelike elements help with that, with the level generation. But I did feel that the game was going to be a bit longer. I don't know if there's a plan to like add more bosses, add more stages, whatever, but I like it for what it is. I look at this like it's a small studio, and it is a small studio, and they are limited. Like it's an indie movie, and an indie movie won't have everything that a big movie does. But what this does have is its heart, it's fun, it has a good message, and you're supporting good people. You know what I mean? That's everything that the big guys can't give you, right? And it's right here. If you hadn't played The Great Rebellion before, you got spoiled on it, but hopefully you'll go check it out now, because I think it is fun. Even if you don't play this type of game, like, I had a good time with it. I was pretty shitty at it, but I was forced to get better because I died so many times. So there you go. So some stuff you can check out. There is Akramos. He is an artist on The Great Rebellion, and he published a book called Strife and Sublimity. It's a collection of short stories about German folklore. There's some Russian stuff in there too, but they're all kind of fantastical. And my favorite among them is The Prussian Hussar. It's about a young boy who is gifted a nutcracker that comes to life, and he helps the boy. And this is set during the Weimar Republic, and I think it's very good. This story was also published in Toadstool issue 4. Toadstool is a wholesome and fun, like, magazine series. It has good art and stories. It's very cozy, and it's family-friendly stuff. You can check them out. They have 4 issues out, and I have a link for them down below. I think they're great. I really like them. A lot of good writers in there. I listened to Lord Wolfshield's tape. He does like something he calls Fedora Favorites, where he gets a bunch of musicians and artists on this side of things, and he just puts them together on a CD. This is the first time I've listened to any of it. I think he's probably done a few of these. But some of my favorites were Hunter's Domain. High Wraith had a few songs. Brendan Hurt had one. Vampires Among Us, Hard Look, Exile with Jack White, Jeff Winston, Neon Lights by Air Midnight. This is in memory of Jeff Winston. He was with the Whack guys, and he passed away in 2023. I have a link for you to listen to the promo. It's like 7 minutes. You get a little bit from each song, and you can purchase it on eBay. It's like $1. It's like $1 to purchase it. And it also has all of the artists listed on the CD linked in that promo video down below. So check that out if you want. I don't have a ton of gameplay, video game content on this channel, almost none. But I do have one other video, and it's on Sons of the Forest. It is a long video, but I think I do have some funny bits and jokes in there, so you might like that if you're interested. And also, last, you kind of have to self-promo a bit. Sorry if that's kind of gay, but I did have a book that came out recently. It's called Dulhan Samradra. It's about a young girl who hires a man and who has a disembodied head with them to go find her father while there's this war going on in Ireland. And it's set in 999, and it has a lot to do with Irish mythology, and it's this dark fantasy. I have an announcement video about it, and if you're interested, you can read the first chapter in the prologue for free on my Substack, so check that out if you want. Up next on the agenda is going to be a Troth video, so I'm going to be back into some indie books. I'm kind of grinding out books right now this weekend. I've already read Arbogast's Patrick Midnight, Secret Agent. I like that. I've read another one, which I'm on, and I have 3 more to go through, so it's going to be a big Troth, and that should be out next week. The week after, I should have a long video on Hunter x Hunter, which... woo. And that's it, I guess. So, yeah, check out The Great Rebellion. That's it.